Alrighty, so good morning. It is patch day for JP. I'm not going to go over the entire patch notes or anything like that because we'll obviously go over them whenever Global comes out anyway. So I'm just wanting to go over the new character and new banner. We have a brand new Valentine's Day Diane, which I think is pretty interesting. She also is a Queen Diane, which is very good because most people have probably already invested into regular Queen Diane. So if you do want to get this character, which Valentine's Day banners are typically ones that most people skip, just because there's a lot going on. We're literally in the middle of a collaboration on Global right now, so that means that it's ending whenever this comes out on JP. But yeah, this will come out on Tuesday for us on Global, and we just got out of, festivals and stuff like that. It's a pretty bad time to be summoning for a character like this. It is a 600 banner. No, wait. Price. No, these are just the tickets. It's a 600 banner. I don't know why. This threw me off. I was like, is this a step up? But it is a 600 banner, which means that 600 gems for a character like this is not normally worth it most of the time. We'll go over the translations for the character in just a second. I can see that there's already some PvE in there, which is, maybe not so good, but we'll see how it goes. The banner itself actually doesn't look that bad, I guess. I mean, it's very Valentine's Day-esque. It has a couple of other characters in here as well. So you have Blue Hawk and Oslo. I'm not even sure what season he's supposed to be for because he has like a party theme to him. Not really sure what season he's even supposed to be tied to, but we have Summer Diane as well, Wedding Diane, and then we also have the Halloween Merlin that is relatively new. So she's okay. She can be kind of nice. I've seen a little bit more use out of her lately with Chaos PvP, but just like with Jelly King last season, I don't know that it's really worth summoning for him just for that. But, I mean, hey, there's some decent value in here. You'd have Valentine's Day Melascula, who can be kind of nice sometimes. Jenna and Zeneri and Elaine have their own use cases and stuff for, like, cosmetic materials. You do have to have their costumes that go with it, which are available in this patch as well. She does have a stance, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll look at the translations themselves at this point because, I mean, it's just one new character. It's not that much to go off of. We're looking at the translations from Kane over in the 70s Discord, or 70s Leaks Discord. So shout out to him. But it is Love's Messenger, Queen Diane. Passive is a shy confession. At the start of the battle, apply Mark of Love to the unit. Okay, so herself. If the unit is taking a stance, increases the unit's HP related stats by 20%. If the stance is removed from the unit, apply buff that increases critical defense by 30% for 2 turns to all allies. Okay, also in PvP, so this works everywhere, I guess. Also, in PvE, when the unit uses a skill, apply buff that increases attack-related stats by 10% for 2 turns to all allies. Okay. Mark of Love is for every ally damaged by enemy, increases allies' basic stats by 3%, max of 10. Okay. This actually sounds like it could be a halfway decent unit. Like, it doesn't sound over the top crazy by any stretch of the imagination, but she's got an attack card, she's got a stance. This could be one of those niche units that could be relatively helpful for like Demon King or like Heroes Arena, for example. I'm not obviously 100% sure on that. There'll need to be some testing done, of course. But it actually doesn't sound too bad. With the Mark of Love giving basic stats, that's, if they attack you enough, that's 30% basic stats, which is pretty insane, actually. The HP related stats on herself by 20% is pretty good. That's going to make her tank a lot better. And then whenever it's removed, critical defense by 30%. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. It lasts for 2 turns. I assume that you're just going to let your stance run out and then re-stance, so that way you can take advantage of that, because obviously once you lose your stance, they're not going to be attacking you, so why would you need the 30% defense-related, or critical defense at that point? But at least that hopefully works for every game mode. It seems like this part might be PvE specific. When the hero uses a skill, apply buff that increases attack-related stats by 10% for 2 turns to all allies. I mean, attack-related is really nice. A 10% is pretty helpful, so I can't really say too much about that. Obviously, that would be good for, like, Demon King. Yeah, I actually don't think that that's too bad, considering that the turn 1 of Demon King, he doesn't do the delete card, so you could just use a skill. This would give you the attack-related stats that you need to miss the delete in the future, and it's just any skill as well, so you could use her attack or her stance. I actually kind of like that. She could actually be pretty decent. I'm not going to count her out just yet. Most of the time, the Valentine's Day units are pretty hit or miss. Like, most seasonal characters are either, like, really niche use case or can be good, but she actually seems like she's leaning more on the good side. Her single target card, or her attack card, is a single target pierce card, which is fine. I think that could do some decent damage. And then Diamond Shield is the stance card. So take stance for 2 turns. This is obviously at level 3. Take stance for 2 turns and taunts the enemy. Increases or decreases damage taken by 60% and reduces the ultimate move gauge of the enemy who used a skill by 2. Ooh, I'm assuming that's like the Arthur stance, where they attack into you, they lose an ultimate move gauge. The red Arthur, red Excalibur Arthur. So that actually sounds pretty good. I actually think that she could be very useful. Not that she's like 100% like worth going out of your way for right now, but she actually seems like she could be a helpful unit to have. So even if you don't want to go for her right now, which is completely understandable, maybe you can pick her up on like a future sort of festival, or not festival, seasonal banner, because they typically tend to stack these characters onto banners and stuff like that whenever seasonals come around. So actually kind of cool. I'm not going to hate on that. I actually think that she could be kind of nice. So, we'll have to obviously see how that goes. They should be getting this banner tomorrow on JP, so I'm sure some of the JP content creators will be trying her out. Because she works in, all game modes, and then there is a PvE specific part of the passive. I'm sure if I had to guess, Marilli and, even Nagato and the other YouTubers, I would imagine Marilli is more focused on the, he tends to do a lot more of the, demonic beasts and Demon King stuff and everything like that, testing around, so I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for if this character is actually pretty good. But either way, I think that's pretty much it for this. I don't have anything else to really go over, because we'll just save the rest of the patch notes and everything, because it's nothing crazy. It's like a couple of events and stuff like that, and event boss and everything. But we'll go over that whenever the global patch notes come out, just because, I only play global, so I don't really, this isn't going to make too much of a difference. I get excited about the characters, of course. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of this Diane, because I don't think that the seasonals are too over the top, worth going for, but she actually sounds pretty good. She doesn't sound like broken OP, but she actually sounds like she could be very useful to have. So I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys tomorrow.